You ready, my gal?
As I will ever be.
That is truly the mood.
So, we began last session with you guys face to face with Ubelux, the imprisoned Baelor demon at the obelisk. Ubelux promised he would give you information on how to find the Bleeding Citadel if you were able to free him, either by solving the puzzle and breaking his prison, or by facilitating his oath of service to a being capable of breaking the magic sustaining his prison, such as the demon lords Unogu, Baphomet, or Kostkihi, to Tiamat, or even to an archdevil, if any were willing to accept his service. During this exchange, however, Jelly was rattled by her divine powers failing her.
Where'd they go?
You left the obelisk, having not committed to any specific course of action with Ubelux, and travelled east, where Amity was able to create herself a Shumrath homunculus, a homunculus formed from the slime of the Shumrath pit. During this time, Jelly had a discussion with Nim about her spiritual dilemma. You then continued eastwards, hoping to arrive back at Fort Knucklebone soon, but along the way you witnessed Zariel herself arrive to turn the tide of what threatened to be a demonic incursion headed up by the demon lord Baphomet. Travelling further eastwards, Jelly sensed the presence of an Onatu artifact. You diverted course slightly to find the Wandering Emporium. Taking some time to wander the Emporium, you met various shopkeepers. You met Bernie the Barber, and each had a session with her. You met the three Viashino running the Fireskin Forge, and you met Elijah, the pink-skinned tiefling running the Demon Ichor business. You did also meet Mahadi, the owner of the Wandering Emporium and proprietor of Infernal Rapture, the restaurant and spa. You also discovered that the Onatu artifact was in Mahadi's possession, a beautiful painting that eases the soul and body of those who look upon it. Mahadi also seemed to have encountered Lulu before, claiming to have looked after her when she was tired and weary, and she to have set off on her way after this interaction. And Lulu did seem vaguely familiar with the Wandering Emporium and Mahadi himself, but didn't really remember much about him. And Mahadi suggested that he may be in contact the next time he arrives on Avernus if he has any tasks that need seeing to, which the painting may serve as payment for, but that he would need some time to look into some matters first. As you departed the Wandering Emporium, you received a telepathic message from Mordenkainen, a warning that he had discovered spies working for Zariel amongst the Yugoloths that came to him for work, and that two of those spies would have been present when you entered and left his tower. Leaving the Wandering Emporium, you travelled eastwards again, eventually arriving back at Fort Knucklebone, where Jelly had a locate creature ping within the fort for Amity's father, Kairos. On arriving, the Red Cap guards also greeted Nim with shouts of, "We got a spy! We got a spy!"
Oh.
So,
This isn't good.
we arrive with you pulling up the main entranceway of Fort Knucklebone, and you can see many red caps kind of gathered around, and Barnabas floats over to meet you all, the floating flame skull. And he kind of looks over you and then looks over the demon grinder and is like taking in all these new faces.
Yeah.
Friends.
My, what is all this? You've brought quite a motley crew with you, it would seem.
We brought a few back. We hope they're all going to be helpful. Is everything okay here?
Oh, yes. Seems we've had a bit of a spy incident. Maggie has the perpetrator chained up inside for now. But I will go and retrieve her. It seems like you might have quite a lot to discuss with her.
Yeah, that would be great.
And Barnabas flies off as everyone kind of disembarks from the various war machines. And Yiga, Finnick, Crickendolt, and Girna all looking kind of out of place, just kind of looking around at all these red caps running around. There is currently no sign of Chucka, Clonk, Maggie, Pins, or Needles.
Okay.
As you kind of wait, is there anything you'd like to do as you wait?
I'm just going to turn to like the crew they've assembled. And she's going to say, look, Maggie can treat you right. She can take care of you and make sure that you guys survive down here. But you got to do things for her. You got to be useful to her. Okay? That's the deal. You do things for Maggie, she does things for you. Just don't be rude.
And Yiga and Finnick seem kind of generally okay with this. Finnick in particular is like, I can probably make myself useful. No more way around war machines. She's all right to work with and better than being dead.
Sure is.
Yes.
Otherwise, a few caps coming your way.
And Crickendall's looking around, and he's like as Crickendall's taking in the fight, like there are two red caps just mercilessly wailing on each other, just stood there with great big clubs just whacking each other and laughing about it. And Crickendall's like, are they quite all right?
No.
No, that's just how they are. I think you'll be good friends with Barnabas.
Barnabas, is that the one that's disappeared inside?
Yes.
Oh, this is going to take a lot of adjusting to.
You can do it. I believe in you, Crickendall.
I'm sure we'll be able to find you something here that won't involve fighting. Maybe there are tasks that Maggie needs done that you could help with that aren't explicitly going out on war machines and cutting down demons.
Oh, perhaps. Oh, it's such a brutal business to be a part of, but I suppose one must make themselves useful somehow to earn their keep, so to say. Oh.
Yeah.
And Echo.
Isn't it?
Coming from me then, but I usually Hello.
I think it's okay.
We're okay. Yeah.
Usually I don't know where it comes
And with that, you see Barnabas returning, with Maggie in tow, just kind of waddling over with her big kind of grin on her face. You can see that she has one imp on her shoulder, with the kind of t-shirt you made.
Oh yes.
And Maggie is kind of watching. She kind of like is narrowing her eyes, looking over the site, this new demon grinder and all these new folks. And she said, right, Sam. What is all this then?
Well, we thought we'd bring back people that could be useful to you. We picked up this on the way as well, and I bring out fucking that dude's head.
Ragadraga's head.
Ragadraga's head, and I'm like, we got him, and this is his demon grinder. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, and so you two would be part of the Gorguts gang, then, yes? And Yiga is kind of steps forward and she's like, yeah, we were, but you said you'd be willing to offer us a place here, maybe? And she's like, well, yes, if you can make yourselves useful, and perhaps could put you to work, I suppose. The more the merrier. But yes, I'm quite happy to see this. And she holds up Ragadraga's head and kind of assesses it. Wonderful work, girls. Wonderful work. It would seem that my faith was not misplaced. We will certainly see about a reward for this.
Oh.
But I do also spy a devil and a Durga.
Well, this is Crickendall. He's the bearded devil, as you can see.
Yes.
But, he fell in the sticks, and he's different now.
Different how?
And I like kind of gesture. I'm like, "Hey, Crickendall, look at that!" And I like point towards like some madcaps that are wailing on each other.
And he's like, "Oh no, he's back at it again!" Won't somebody please restore some peace here? They're going to hurt each other.
Interested in this, Maggie?
Yes, I'm very interested in this one. This is most peculiar, but as you say, the waters of the Styx have strange effects. But Aye, what a curious one indeed. I'm not sure what use I would have for him, but I suppose... I suppose he may be useful for tending to your new garage.
Perhaps.
He's not a fighter, Maggie, but he...
With that disposition, I imagined he might not be. Her.
This is what's her name?
Girna.
Gina.
Irna.
This is Gina. She was taken to work in Bell's Forge, and we rescued her from the Shamrock pit.
Oh, from the
She
shop.
knows.
I thought you were going to say you rescued her from Bell's Forge. That would have been quite the
Well,
endeavour.
We're not there yet. Maggie, give us a few other days.
Yeah, a few trips.
A few more trips and we'll
Then
get there.
maybe.
You freed her from the Shamrath pit. That does pose a little bit of an issue here. Bell will no doubt be after her then, and I would rather avoid his wrath being brought down on my head. It's quite a can of worms, that one is.
Would she be found here, Maggie?
If Bell is seeking her, there are certainly magical means that would locate her here. I could shield her for the time being, but it may not be a long-term solution. But you have been, if you would like me to take care of her, you have been so useful to me. And she looks back down at Ragadraga's head. I can see about working something out.
She knows a lot of really good information. I'm sure she'll be really useful. She's got really good skills in
Blacksmithing.
machinery, blacksmithing.
She's specifically a runesmith.
Oh. Well, Riley runesmithing, Maggie?
Yeah, runesmithed.
I could have use of this. But I will be taking a risk. I must take great precautions to keep Bell off the trail.
Of course, of course.
Anything we can do to help, let us know. But we thought these people might be useful to you, Maggie.
Yes. Well, thank you for the consideration. Barnabas, see about getting them settled in. Don't take your eyes off them just yet. Just watch out for any funny business.
Speaking of funny business, Maggie, can you please tell me more about this spy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, yes. You've just missed out on a bit of excitement here. You see, some hours ago, a horned devil arrived, claiming to be here on behalf of Zariel to ensure that I was upholding my end of the bargain, that we were carrying out all the necessary things that we have to do to maintain our little bit of independence down here. But something was not quite right. He was not the usual intermediary that Zariel sends to check up on me. And I decided to bring up some clauses of our arrangement that don't actually exist. But this figure never questioned or noticed these discrepancies.
Smart.
Yes, but long story short, it would seem that this horned devil was not a devil at all, but a tiefling man, a spy of some sort. His purpose I'm not clear on yet, but I have him chained up. His magic will be no use to him just now, I assure you.
He's magical?
He is capable of some magic, yes. He was able to very convincingly disguise himself as a horned devil. And he, when he realized his cover was blown, he tried to make a very hasty escape, but not much gets past these eyes.
Maggie, what was he asking about? If you don't if you can remember, you know, why do you think he was here?
And he was asking about the city. She kind of pointing, like, it just make out El Turl in the distance. Asking about the how many war machines we have prepared to aid in that effort. Any figures that may have come through here recently and whatnot. But
Thank fuck. We didn't say we were from Turtle. Thank fuck. Okay. And have there been, Maggie? Any figures that have come through here from El Toro?
Well, the only notable figures that have come through recently are you two. Well, you three, she gestures to Lulu.
Yeah, I've got Lulu like swaddled in the robe still.
Um,
Did you tell him
That's-
about us, Maggie?
no, I didn't mention it at all.
I sighed.
No, I was very reluctant to speak openly, seeing as how he was not a figure I was familiar with.
Why do you think someone would want to spy on you? I mean, you're so nice.
I suppose I am a bit of a... an anomaly down here. I am assisting in Zario's efforts to some degree with the war machines, but if anyone's trying to size up Zario, then they might think it worthwhile checking up on little old me.
Where have you put him, Maggie?
We have a little a prison of sorts within the fort. It's only 4 cells. We very rarely need them, but he is currently chained up there.
We're really good at interrogating people, actually. I turned to Jenny and I'm like, you remember Amric? I mean, that wasn't really, I mean, Morlock did most of the work there. But Thirstwell, you did really good there.
Yeah, I think maybe, yeah. I don't know about that. You know, with my abilities going, and
Yeah.
I might need to deal with that before I feel any confidence interrogating what I can imagine to be a potentially very powerful being. But it's definitely worth, yeah, maybe thinking
I mean,
about.
if you need us, Maggie, just let us know.
Yes, well, I
we've
haven't
got a
quite
few
decided
things.
what to do with the scoundrel yet. But if you're interested in questioning him for your own interest, he is right there.
We'll keep it in mind.
Keep it in
I
mind.
will let you know if I decide to do anything with him. But for now, he is there. Mickey's standing guard.
Aww.
Well, there's no way this son of a bitch is getting out with Mickey there.
Exactly.
Oh no, Mickey is very good at certain tasks.
Oh, God.
I can imagine. And I also dread to think.
But you do seem like you've perhaps had a long day. I must say, I like the new hairstyle you have there, Jelly.
Thank you.
Mm.
I kept what you did though, of course, because it was very beautiful.
Oh, how sweet!
Thank you very much.
But, as if you would like, I can show you to the empty garage.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
please. Oh, yeah, we also brought a demon grinder back for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I noticed that. I'm sure we can put that to great use. Thank you very kindly for that.
I hope you appreciate all the stuff we got you.
Oh, I most certainly do. Just this way, just this way.
Yeah.
And she leads you around to the kind of entrance between the thumb and index finger of Fort Knucklebone. And she...
We both just did the same thing, Sarah, and got off our character sheets.
and she cranks up the shutters for it. And this is just a pretty empty room. I think you guys might have seen it before. Actually, a very empty room inside. So it is yours to do with as you see fit. We can see. I can perhaps see about getting some basic furnishings. I'm sure Chuck and Clonk can throw something together.
Little bird furniture.
But if you intend to go back out there and you are crossing paths with any other warlords on my little list, then
Of course.
suppose we can see about making some adjustments to your tormentor.
It was our pleasure. It was really cool, actually.
Very cool.
It was
You
very
got better
so-
at driving as well, Maggie, I think.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that. It can take a while to pick up the nuances of it, but I'm glad to hear you're feeling more confident with it.
And I would like to just especially mention Nim. She was invaluable to everything we did. definitely.
She is such a star, that one, isn't she?
Yeah, she was integral to this, and I like point to the head of the warlord. So
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, well, I will have a word with him, and we will see what adjustments can be made to your vehicle. But, yes, do make yourselves comfortable here. I will leave you to rest up if that is what you require.
can I pull Maggie aside and just say, Maggie, do you have a place in here that's quite quiet? I know it can be quite hectic in certain areas. As a cleric, I kind of want some time to maybe meditate on some things, commune with my deity for a little bit. I don't know if you have like a quiet little room somewhere I could just.
I'm afraid this might be about as good as it gets in the Scarish here. The red caps will keep a healthy distance away from here. It is unused. It has been lying unused for quite some time now. There are no tools or parts kept in here. Nobody should bother you here. It should be a little bit out of the way.
Okay. Thank you.
Rest up, my girls. I will see you when you're feeling refreshed and rejuvenated.
We absolutely will, Maggie.
And the little imp on the shoulder begins waving as Maggie walks away.
Shit, Jelly. We gotta think about disguising Lulu. Lulu.
I know. What are we gonna do with Lulu? Oh, Maggie!
Yes!
Can we dye Lulu? Different colour?
And she like slowly walks down and says, I might be able to whip something up. What colour do you have in mind?
Lulu, what colour you wanna be?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Leave it up to Lulu. If you wanna, that might help disguise you.
I could be pink like you, Amity.
You could.
Oh!
But if we were gonna be safe, you know, you kind of stick out. I kind of stick out being pink.
And we'd stick out together.
Oh, he would. If you want to be pink, you can be pink. You won me over. We just want to keep you safe. So maybe, I mean, it's only
Pink's
temporary.
not a safe colour.
I don't think it is.
It would be a safe colour.
Hasn't been doing me very well. Like would a red blend in? I'm trying to think of what would like not camouflage her, but like not make her obvious. She's still flying. I mean, for fuck's sake.
She is still a holly fan.
But if she was like brown and like on my back, she could be just like a really big dog.
Suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, if we dyed her brown, at least she wouldn't be old.
Yeah. You'd be a really nice brown colour, Lulu.
That could be brown. That could be nice.
Yeah, you can go through loads of different colours when we're out of here.
Yeah, we can see which one's best.
Yeah.
Try them all, but we'll start with brown.
And Maggie's like, yes, I will see about digging out the necessary ingredients for a brown dye.
Thank you so much, Maggie.
No, not at all. And she like holds up Ragadraga's head once more. She's been like holding it under her arm this whole time. And she takes something and goes, wonderful. She walks off with it.
Really likes that head.
See, as she walks away,
Yes.
I quickly say to Amity, so I'm just gonna like set up like some sort of, holy place here, and I'm just gonna, just take some time to, religious shit.
Yeah.
Like just chat to some deities and see what's good and, blah 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 blah. Just say some like religious shit.
Nice. I said I pray with you, so I can pray with you.
Gavin.
Yes.
Does divination have a verbal component? I don't think it does.
Oh, like, do you have to like speak
Do I need
it out
to
loud?
say my question out loud?
I would say you don't have to speak it out loud.
Sure, Amity. Come chill with me. That's fine. and I'm gonna set up divination with the Amity.
Yeah, I'll help
Okay.
with the ritual. The incense placing.
Do I get advantage because this random tiefling is helping me commune?
The advantage on what?
My wisdom roll, maybe? I've recruited another.
I'm afraid another cannot help you with that.
You bastard.
So, which deity would you like to cast divination to ask a question of?
Torm.
Torm. You're asking Torm a question. Okay. So burn your incense. Is it 25 for 25 gold's worth
I've just
for?
taken
Keep
off.
plowing through the incense.
Yeah, we have like 4 left after this one.
Fuck. Okay. We'll need to go and hunt for incense. Do I need to roll?
Do you want to send it to the chat just so I can read over it?
Oh, apologies.
There we go. And if you make your wisdom check,
Please.
Oh god.
This is clutch.
God.
This is a big one.
Let her cast divination.
Please. Can I give myself guidance?
You have to cast a wisdom save for that.
Can I do 2 wisdom rolls and see if I can guide myself on the second wisdom roll?
just make the wisdom check. The first was an 18.
Oh, thank
Um,
fuck. Okay.
So you burn your incense in your little circle that you've got set up,
Oh, no.
and
His name.
you focus as hard as you can, and you're able to feel that connection with Torm. And what would you like to ask of Torm?
Sorry, I'm trying to find the name. I've got like 3 notes. What's Dad's name?
Kairos.
Kairos. Okay. Does Kairos mean to harm Amity or me or Lulu? Why are you thinking so much?
I don't like the pause. I do not like the pause at all.
What do you mean?
So you feel Torm's presence, that connection with the divine, and there is a strange kind of sensation that passes over you, as if the answer is not clear.
Fuck. Fuck off. What do you mean it's not clear?
Very funny.
Still, that's actually better than I thought. Maybe. Because if you'd said yes, then it's game over. Okay. I've used the helmet, haven't I? Already?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, that was how I got. Okay. Alright, I come back out of it.
Amity's just trying to pray beside you. Like she doesn't really know what she's doing. Sat beside you like
I grab her hands and I say, because of you, I was able to feel a connection with Torm.
oh my gosh!
Yes! Answered me. He I felt his presence. Thank you.
Oh, that's so good. How do you pray?
I just, to both deities, it's kind of the same but also different. Like they feel different when I feel their presence. It's kind of like meditation a little bit, and I just force my energy out there, and usually they'll either respond or they won't. So
Maybe I shouldn't force my energy out there. It doesn't usually go very well.
take it easy.
Because I was gonna try, but now I think I'll just sit here some more.
Wonder, can I make? Are there any like wild magic deities? I don't know if that makes any sense. Or like deities that they're all about being chill as fuck.
What?
Yeah, don't know. There's a deity for fucking everything, right? Like, I don't know, wild.
Those are very different like questions, like a wild magic deity and a chill
Either.
as
I'm
fuck
not saying
deity.
one that does both. I'm saying is there a deity for either?
When you say like a chill as fuck deity,
It's just all about being chill, man. You know.
I mean, they're
The stoner god.
can you be a bit more specific?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's fine. All right. I get up, clean up my mess, and is it like bedtime?
Oh yeah, you guys. I mean, like the start of this day was like way back.
Hours, all right.
Oof.
We're sleeping in the garage. If we want to sleep, I think
Yeah.
Kelly wants to sleep.
Yeah, we were. We need to snooze.
Kelly wants to sleep. You haven't used the ring, have you? You still got.
I have not. I've still got a full ring.
Okay. I'm seeing if there's anything. Nah, all of my big boys are. I'm probably gonna call it a day.
Yeah. Okay.
A little snoozy snooze and. I don't know.
Alrighty.
Don't even know.
What are we gonna do tomorrow? We'll talk about it in the morning, I guess.
No, I mean, we're gonna. Do you want to talk to the spy, or are you not too fussed?
Oh, I'm kind of worried that he's talking about like El Toro and stuff, because that's what we're trying to look into, right? And he's asking like specifically about individuals, you know. But if it was Zariel that sent them, then Zariel would have sent the usual person. Who the fuck is it?
Amity.
Yeah.
I have a lot to tell you.
Like what?
So, after everything that happened with the academy, and after seeing my own family and hearing about my own dad, I kind of did something, and I hope you won't be mad. But it is very relevant to what has happened over the past, I don't know, few hours. Sorry for being vague. I just want to eat. Okay. Please don't be angry with me. I didn't want to hurt you. So I wanted to be sure that it was all safe. But now I think you need to know. I have used some of my powers to locate, not really locate, identify your parents.
Like my parents' parents?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to make sure, originally it came from, I wanted to make sure if they were an Alturo, that we save them if that's what you wanted. If you didn't want that, we would have just dropped it and whatever. But then I learned so fucking much.
So they are an El Toro?
One of them definitely isn't.
Okay. Where are they?
Few hundred meters away, maybe right now.
Jenny, what?
I tell her everything from the beginning. I tell her the original vision of like the tower and how one of them is in a confined space, and then I tell her about locate creature and learning their names and learning what they look like, and I tell her about the sending. I'm so sorry.
She's gonna sit on the ground.
I tell her about the spy.
And Amity lies down on the ground.
Kelly goes over, just like nudges her. I am so sorry I didn't tell you sooner. But I didn't know anything. I didn't know where they were. I didn't know what they were up to until maybe an hour ago.
I feel like you knew a lot, way more than an hour ago.
I did, and I should have told you sooner.
What the-
But I didn't. I couldn't because I didn't even know if you wanted to know. I didn't even know if you wanted to know.
You know, I'm just, they're peasants. They were just people that were afraid of me, and they're not anymore. They're like here, both of them. You said the other one was in like a prison, but it was here.
I think so. I don't really know. I wanted to know why they did what they did, why they would ever give up their child, and like from what I saw, it seemed like they genuinely thought it was for the best, that they wouldn't be able to give you what you needed down here. It wasn't to do with your wild magic, it wasn't to do with the fact you were a tiefling. They genuinely cared about keeping you, but they didn't feel like they could. But I know this is a lot, but I need you to be up to speed, because I don't know what to do, and I wouldn't want to act on anything without you, obviously. I spoke to your dad, and he didn't reply, and I wasn't sure if that meant that he was bad or that he didn't give a fuck. But the fact that he's here, it might be for the right reasons. It might not necessarily.
You think he's looking for me, him?
I do, yeah, of course. I mean, I think they must have dropped you off in El Turo, maybe. And so if they did that, then they would know that El Turo being here, he would have put two and two together. When I told him that his daughter was here, he's probably going to assume that you came down with El Turo. Maybe he's doing this for the right reasons, but now I'm not sure, actually. It's all very confusing. I think we're going to have to speak to him tomorrow. I do.
Right now? Why wait?
Because we can't trust him. Can we?
Tomorrow.
Zone of truth. I can make him tell us the truth. And you deserve the truth. You don't deserve this guy, whoever he is, who left you for whatever reasons. You don't deserve him to lie to you and make you more confused than I'm sure you already are. You deserve the truth.
Like 5 minutes ago, I didn't have any parents, and now I've got two, and they're both in prison.
But that's the thing as well. We don't even know your mother. I don't even know her name. I know what she looks like. Before we go, do you want to see them? Their faces?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. I get close and I close my eyes and I think of both of them. What I saw in the
And I cast detect thoughts.
Okay, that is not a wild magic thing because it's an innate thing for your race. That's fine. You can use detect thoughts. Okay. You focus in on Jelly's mind, and you see a pink-skinned tiefling man, the same one as how Jelly saw him in the vision. Sly grin on his face, sparkle of mischief in the eyes, black curly hair, pink eyes, the horns that kind of slide back a bit with his head and then go up into vertical points, clearly in his 40s or so, and an orange-skinned tiefling woman with ram-like horns, very similar to your own. Also in her 40s, but a bit more of a stern, severe expression on her face, and this kind of very dark orange, brownish hair and red eyes.
I changed the vision, or I changed what I'm thinking about to what I saw, like when they were giving up Amity, like that whole scene of them. I want Amity to know everything, so I'm like just looping all the information I've got.
So the scene then shifts before you, Amity, and you see the orange-skinned woman looking very distraught, and the pink-skinned man trying to convince her that it's not a good idea to bring a child with them.
And then I think back to the message that got returned when I told him about Amity.
You hear your father's voice saying that, I can't remember the exact wording, something about being busy with work currently.
And that's it.
Do they care about me? Do you think that they'll be happy to see me?
I don't think I grab her hands and I say, I can't promise anything, but from what we've now both seen, at the very least, I think your mother did not want you to go. And I think it would please her a lot to know that you're here. I know you might be biased, but I just want you to be careful, because with your father, I can't get a reading on him. And it seems even the gods think it's more complicated than just black and white. So I know you want to see him right now. And we can, if that's what you want. I'll come with you. I'll do whatever you want. But I think we need to make sure that to trust any answers that come out of him, I think we're going to need the help of a spell like Soul Truth, where he can't lie.
Yeah.
Seems very shifty, and that could be for good reasons, but I don't know what they are. What do you want to do?
I want to think for a bit.
Do you want me to go?
No.
Okay, I just get behind her and let her lie down on my lap, and I just play with her hair and sing her a little song. A little gnomish song.
Thank you, Jelly. I know you're only trying to do what's best for me, and I'm just a bit overwhelmed right now, but I know everything that you've done is to help me, to keep me safe.
Might not make it right, though. I should have told you sooner. I just didn't want you. I wanted to make sure that they've left you for the right reasons, and you've came this far without them. You've done everything that you've done without either of them having any influence. So I wanted to make sure that they deserved to meet you.
Thank you.
But now with this happening, and with him here, and I didn't think it would be right the first time you seeing him, not knowing who you were actually seeing.
Yeah, I mean, fucked up, Jelly.
I think that would have been a step too far, even for me, and my fucked up decisions that I have made over the past few days. So I'm really sorry.
I understand. Do you think they're evil? I mean, he sounded powerful, right? Like he had some kind of magic he was using. He was trying to escape.
I don't know if they're evil. I don't think it's as clear cut as that. I think maybe in part they might be like Nim, right? I mean, she didn't arguably evil thing today, and just like we spoke about, it might not be as straightforward as saying it was the right or wrong thing to do, because we're in literal hell and people need to survive, and people will do a lot of things to make sure that they survive. And maybe that's why they were forced to do what they did with you, because they didn't want that life for you.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think at the very least, we should get whatever answers you want from them, and maybe find out about your mother. And if you want to, that's the new priority.
We have so much stuff going on, Jimmy. And I feel like this, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it's the biggest thing to ever happen to me.
Then it's the most important thing on our to-do list.
Thank you, Jimmy. I'll give you a big hug.
I don't
I
disagree
wanna
with
s-
Amity.
I hope that all the questions you asked didn't make Tom angry because you weren't asking about things he wanted to hear.
If that's the case, well, maybe my decision on who to go with would become easier, because you're more important than either of them, to be honest.
I hug you really hard. Like, even though my parents are here, you're my family. No matter what.
Cry a lot.
Yeah.
Guys.
Let's go use some sleep. My beautiful little tired cleric. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow.
We don't need to think about it.
I guess we'll die a Lulu at some point.
Die Lulu. Talk to Dad. Do we want to call him Dad? Yeah.
I don't think so. That's a big step.
I don't think right now is the time. We'll talk to the spy guy.
Mm-hmm. Should we ask about Ruth? She might know
Yep.
the Citadel is.
You're right. Do we want to tell Maggie about the wizard?
I do trust Maggie.
I
know.
trust Maggie. I don't mind sharing information with Maggie. I think if you gotta find some people to trust down here, I think, and she's given us so much. I don't get a bad vibe from Maggie. I think we can trust her. Fuck, we wanted her to become the
We did.
Avernus.
We did for that. You might win her over.
Yeah, and she might know what we can do with that demon. She might have an idea. So we can talk to Maggie, talk about Ruth.
Should we ask Morton Kynan about it in the morning?
Yes, yeah, we'll send him a message. And then once we know a bit more about Ruth, we could maybe head back out, and that might be where we want to go, right?
Yeah, I'll make a decision.
But we'll see how the day goes. We'll take care of what we need to take care of here, and see how much time we've got to maybe head out, depending on, obviously, how the big conversation goes with him.
Yeah, I need to sleep for a long time.
Get some rest. I set up our little bedroom.
Oh, I set up your little gnome tent. And I roll you into it. Wind up the drawbridge.
Lead me into my castle. I think we head off to sleep.
Guys, hunker down for some sleep. As you guys begin to fall asleep. Can you both make wisdom saving throws?
No.
Can Amity do something before she sleeps?
She can indeed.
Oh my
Jelly, you're
god.
fine.
He's fine.
No bother.
Amity would like to cast polymorph.
Can
Okay.
Jelly
Be a
see this?
little rat.
Sorry, what?
She wants to be a little rat.
Little rat. Okay.
Smart.
Okay.
Does
And
Jelly see this?
Are you waiting until Jelly's fallen asleep?
she rolled up that drawbridge for a reason.
Okay. Make a stealth check, Amity.
Is it my stuff score the rats?
Oh.
Your own stealth check to see if you can Jelly's passive perception, I believe, is what is your passive perception now? 14, 15? So Amity, could you make a wild magic surge roll with advantage?
Oh.
So with emotions running high, you focus on the spell, even though it's not like an instant this is happening right now combat situation. It is still, your magic's a little bit frantic, trying to force yourself to control it, but you do manage to turn yourself into a rat. But Jelly, you do hear, just as you're drifting off to sleep, you hear like in a puff of magic outside your tent.
I listened for a little bit longer before peeking out.
Are you scurrying off anywhere?
Yeah,
Amity?
she's scurrying.
She's like that.
You hear little feet skittering across the stone floor.
What would she do? She probably would look out. She'd be nervous about something happening. She peeks out her tent.
Are you being sneaky about peeking out?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check. What is the? Did you have a stat block for a rat?
I do have stat.
We're just trying to perceive each other.
My passive perception is 10.
Yeah, you are aware that Jelly has like clocked the rat scurrying out of the.
I immediately poof back.
You okay?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
If you want to go, you can go on your own. But please stay back. Even if he's in a cell, we don't know how powerful he is. We don't know how protected that cell is. Just promise you'll be careful.
I think I just want to, like, I know I've seen him through you, but I think I just want to
Of course you
just
do.
look at him. And I'll come straight back, I promise. I promise. Beef, I promise.
Okay.
I poof back into rat again. Scurry away.
Make another old magic surge roll with advantage.
If you blow us up, Amity, I will kill you.
Emotions still running
close.
high, but
Clutch.
you're able to keep focused enough, and you scurry off. So, are you attempting to find the prison?
Yes.
Okay, make a stealth check and also a survival check.
Okay. Neither of those are. Oh, the stealthiest rat you ever saw.
Okay, so as a rat, you kind of scurry around, in and out of all the kind of nooks and crannies of Fort Knucklebone, and it takes you a little bit of time, just kind of looking around. But you, as a rat, you have like your sense of smell and everything at your disposal, and you do eventually find your way into kind of like a staircase that descends down. You also scurry past Mickey, who's standing guard outside this room. He's
I
just
do a little
standing there looking around. Oh, oh, oh. And you scurry on down into a chamber where this kind of tunnel leads to a little prison. There are only 4 cells, it's essentially like a hallway, and then on either side there are 2 cells that face across onto each other. And in each of the cells, there are shackles at the far wall. And the first 2, you look either way, both empty. Just go ahead. One on the left, empty. One on the right, at the back at the far wall, shackled to the wall, with a gag over his mouth and eyes closed, seemingly resting. There is Kyrus, the pink tiefling man you saw in Jelly's mind. He looks like he's been not roughed up, but that there was perhaps a bit of a struggle in apprehending him. He is also just wearing rags. There is a chest outside the cell. You can't see inside it. I mean, I guess you could attempt to like make an investigation check as a rat here.
As a rat. Okay, so how do I?
What is the rat's intelligence?
-4.
So roll a d20 -4.
Ooh.
Nice.
You try to work your way up into this thing, but as you are doing so, you can like trying to like knock the
Lid.
lid, and you cause a little bit of noise, and the tiefling man's eyes open.
This rat just
And he
staring at
looks
him.
up. You can see as well that the shackles holding him to the wall, they're oddly designed, but you can tell that they are designed in such a way to prevent spell casting. Like his fingers are basically like bound up like that, so he can't get any like somatic components off. The gag in his mouth obviously preventing verbal components. He is like shackled up there and unable to, in a fashion that prevents spellcasting away type. And he is there on the far wall, just kind of like watching this rat scurrying about.
Write something as a rat, just like the dust. Are you my
Yeah. He's like, this rat doing?
book rat?
She's just gonna look at him for a bit.
This is nice. Family reunion.
Just as Gavin imagined it. Amity.
Yeah.
And after like 30 seconds of uninterrupted staring, I assume he's also just staring at the rat.
Yeah.
So blink first. Who blinks first?
Yeah, exactly.
The rat or the tiefling?
He's staring down this rat.
Damn, I could do 1d1 piercing damage. Oh, teeth. And then she's just going away. Go back.
Scurry off. Are you returning to the garage?
I'm going to return to the garage, and she can go to sleep and make her wisdom saving throw. Is it?
No, you no longer need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, what?
What the fuck?
What does that mean? Was I having like 3:33 a.m.? No, shit. It only happens then. Son of a bitch. While she was away, actually, can I have brought Lulu into the tent and just like stayed up because I'm kind of like listen for her to get back. And can I ask Lulu?
Mm-hmm.
Lulu,
Yeah.
do you have parents?
No.
Is that not how it works for you guys?
No, I think that's just a mortal thing.
Do you have anyone else that you were friends with in your celestial plane? Did you have other Polyphant friends?
Well, Daria was my companion, and all the other angels had their companions, so we were all friends.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Hopefully you
I
get to
miss
see them.
them.
I'm sure you will get to see them again. I promise.
I hope we can save Zariel.
Tell you what, you know my helmet?
Yeah? Yeah.
It lets me talk to Torm, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to ask any questions of Torm? I mean, Torm might not know the answer to everything. They're just a deity, like, there's loads of deities, but if Torm can answer anything for you, Lulu, to make you feel a little bit better, I could ask.
I don't know.
I could straight up just ask, you know, how can we save Zariel's soul? Turn her back into an angel? Again, may not know, but they might, right?
If you think we should do that.
Yeah, I think if we've been focusing a lot on El Toro and saving it, and that's obviously really important. But it doesn't necessarily help your goal, Lulu, because you're here for kind of a different reason. And your memories come back.
But if we save Zariel, then she could save El Toro.
That's true, Lulu. So maybe we're going about this the wrong way. Maybe we should be focusing more on how do we save Zariel and not necessarily how we save El Toro. Because you're right, because we can do both, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do both.
I will sort out my relationship with my deity, and I will. That question is now number 1 on the list.
Okay, we're going to save Zariel. And then with that jelly, you hear the of little rat feet on the ground.
And then Amity poos, but she's just still laying on the floor.
And if I hear that, I'll get to sleep.
Okay, so Jelly, you fall asleep. You had your high whiz safe. You sleep peacefully. Amity, are you falling asleep?
Oh,
yes.
What
So,
do you mean?
as you feel yourself drifting off to sleep and losing consciousness, suddenly your eyes flash open. You are standing on a flat metal rooftop of a tall cylindrical building overlooking a sprawling metropolis of bleak grey, brown and black metal buildings with the occasional large, dark brown earthy mountain penetrating high into the skyline. The sky itself is this kind of smog-like brown-grey cloudscape that threatens to choke the city with its heavy presence. Like in the distance, it obscures your vision so you can't see. It looks like the metropolis just continues endlessly almost, and this kind of smog cloud line is obscuring your vision beyond. It's kind of, you can see off a few miles and it just kind of disappears into that. And as you're looking around all that, there's a voice beside you. I haven't laid eyes on you in what, 22 years? 23? I imagine you don't go by Miss Zandemir nor Miss Trinvar. So tell me, what can I call you? And you turn and see a devil stood beside you. I will send you a picture of them.
is going.
What the fuck is going on?
What's going on? What does this mean? Oh, what's going on? What the
What
fuck?
do I see?
Who the fuck? The fucking abs? Holy shit!
Damn, kind of hot.
Yeah, very hot.
Okay.
So this creature, about 5 foot tall,
Oh, okay.
is there beside you.
I'm Amity.
Amity, and you may call me Titivilus.
Titivilus.
Can we spell that?
Titivilla.
Titivilus.
Titty.
Titivilus. 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 This is a name that means something to you, Amity.
Sorry?
This is a name that means something to you, Amity.
What does it mean to me?
One second, I'll send the spelling.
What?
How's the spelling of the other two names that he gave me as well?
Oh yeah, good point.
Titivilla.
Hey.
Oh, wait over there.
And did you say like Miss? Like
Miss Zandomir or Miss Trinvar.
That will be your period love. God. Amity Zandomir. Amity Trinbar.
Nice.
And if you recall, when you asked for what kind of information Amity would be aware of when it comes to the Nine Hells, Titivilus is essentially Dispatter's advisor and second in command.
This is a joke.
And you're aware that most negotiations with Dispatter take place through Titivilus.
Okay. Sorry, do you know me?
Well, I think I would like to. You see, sadly, it would seem your parents have gotten themselves into a rather difficult situation, and currently they serve as little more than loose ends. But perhaps you can make yourself useful here. See, you may have thought you were being rather sneaky with the rat trick, but I can see beyond those kind of tricks. But you seem to be perhaps a capable spellcaster, at least. You could certainly be useful, and your parents are in such a dire need right now.
What do you offer me?
Well, all mortals seek something, and I would not expect something for nothing, of course. If you were able to see your parents return to Disvalach, I could give you something you seek. Could be the beginning of a mutually beneficial business relationship between us.
Do you want me to take them back to Dispatter?
Well, you wouldn't need to travel all the way to Dis if you just take them to Disvalach, a little fortress on Avernus. I will have I'll tell Gorothar to expect you. If you deliver both of them safely, then I will repay your services in a fitting manner.
What
Wealth,
happened?
power, knowledge, whatever takes your fancy.
What would happen to them there?
That would be for Dispatter to decide, really, but they have quite a long career behind them, well, for mortals anyway. I'm sure they can be put to use once more.
Do they already work for him?
That they do. You're quite in the dark, aren't you?
Just a little.
Does this offer sound interesting to you at all?
I'll think about it. Get back to me.
If you come to the decision that you would like to take this further, then you will be able to reach me. And with that, everything goes black, and a kind of infernal symbol appears in front of you, the only thing in your vision. And you realize that you can sketch this out on the ground and plant yourself there to reach out to Titivilus.
Yeah. All right.
And with that, you fall to sleep.
Okay.
Fuck!
You have to make a wisdom saving throw, you fucking bitch.
somebody was interested in contacting you in your sleep, so
Earrings aren't doing shit.
so you can now add your benefits of a long rest, hit dice, HP, spell slots, class resources, all that jazz, as you guys come to in your little garage in Fort Knucklebone.
Good morning! We sleep.
Fucked up.
Hmm? What? What do you mean?
My parents work for Dispatcher. I didn't talk to him. I didn't
How
talk
did
to
you
him.
find that out?
So you know how like archdevils, they've got people work for them.
Mm-hmm.
One of this is, I think I'm just seeing it. It could have just been a dream, you know. Maybe we'll get to that spy down there, and he'll tell us something else.
Okay, you spoke to this spatter?
No, his right hand man.
Contacted you directly. And
Oh, dream. I think I saw the second lady. So I think I saw.
okay, okay. These fucking earrings aren't doing shit.
Right?
They're just reaching out whenever they damn well please.
I think he's gonna leave me alone for now, and I can get in touch with him if I want to. So you don't have to worry about it too much. But I didn't sleep very well.
We definitely need to ask some questions today then, don't we? Did you learn anything more about your parents other than that they work for an archdevil?
No, the guy called me 2 names. Maybe that's them?
Maybe.
It's
more information. More information for me to check out where they are. Where one of them is.
I was thinking, Jenny, maybe like, so we still don't know why he's down there, right? We don't know why he came here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I shouldn't be there when you ask. Because he knows your voice, right? And you're super intimidating. And if I'm there, I'm kind of not.
Maybe.
And I could be just outside, like there's like the bars, there's like a wall. I could be just there. And maybe we should tell Maggie.
About your relationship with them?
I mean, you guys could use it as like leverage, right? Maybe.
I mean, like I said last night, I do trust Maggie. I wonder if her I don't want her to start distrusting us, though. She doesn't trust this guy enough to shackle him up in a dungeon. I worry that she might, after learning your relationship with him, maybe she starts to look at us a different way. I don't know.
I think she's smart. I mean, she's like basically been in my entire brain. I think she knows that I didn't have any parents.
That's true. Tell you what, I could go speak to him. You could maybe chat with Maggie. Or would you rather be there outside to listen?
I don't know. Should we go see Maggie first and see what
she has to say?
If like she wants any information out of him, like, because
that's true.
You could do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go. I will follow your lead.
Thanks, Joey. Let's go see Maggie.
Okay, so you head out into the scrapyard and you can see that Barnabas is floating around, seeing to Yiga, Finnick, Kirk, and Dalton Gearna. You can see that Chuckett and Clonk are working away in the demon grinder you brought in. You can see that's everyone actually, yeah. So you can go into Maggie's into room, and as you kind of head in there, Maggie's kind of working away on something in there. She kind of hears you enter and she turns over. It's like, oh, there you are. Oh, is everything all right, my dears?
She said that with a smile on her face. You know how it is.
Seems a little worse than the last time we spoke.
Yeah, there's been some developments, you could say. The spy is down there.
Yes.
Have they told you anything at all, or?
Well, for now, they're still adamant that this is all just some misunderstanding, and they are in fact here on behalf of Zariel, but I'm not buying it at all.
Well, like I said, Jay's pretty intimidating. If there's any information you wanted in particular out of him, she'd be really good at it.
I can also cast a spell that would prevent him from telling a lie.
Ah, yes, that could be rather useful.
One thing I worry about, though, Maggie, is you said he's magical, right?
Yes, he was able to cast various spells.
How would I be able to communicate with him?
I could remove the gag that is currently in his mouth, and we could have a very close eye on him.
I can counterspell things if he starts to pass something.
Yes. Keep that ready.
Yeah, I'll be just outside.
Okay. If you would like to speak with the scoundrel just now, we can make our way down. I was just finishing up the brown dye for Lulu.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to turn to Jelly and I'm going to say, Nimish, I think she'll find out in the conversation down there. I think it's best we tell her now.
Do you want to hear it, or do you want to tell?
Can you please?
Okay, and I say to Maggie. So there are other things about the spy. We have some more information on him that we would like to share with you.
Oh, right. What have you managed to uncover?
He, his name is, when I tell the name, I cannot remember. Iris. I'm going to write that down right now. Iris. And I believe that he is a relation to Amity.
Oh my.
This is only something we learned about yesterday evening, hours ago. We
Do you
don't
believe he is here for you?
maybe. We'd like to find that out.
Interesting.
We'd like to find out his intentions as well.
Yes, I'm even more curious than I was before.
Like, if there's anything you really wanted to ask him, you could use me as like if you want to see her.
Leverage.
Yes, perhaps. Are you quite ready to cast the necessary spell, Jelly, to force the truth out of him?
I am. Would you like
Let's make our way down, shall we?
myself and you, Maggie, will question him? Is that what you would like?
Yes, we shall do that. But keep yourself just out of sight, dear.
I'll stay behind the wall. And if you need me to counterspell, just let me know.
Yes, if anything kicks off, be ready with that. And Maggie leads you to the prison that you've already seen, Amity.
I point this stuff out to Jelly. I'm like, hey.
And she turns and just kind of gestures for you to wait just out of sight, Amity.
I'm going to go pee before this.
I will pee as well. So, Maggie kind of leads the way up and she opens the cell.
Just before Jelly leaves my sight, I'm going to cast Fortune's Favor on her.
Make a wild magic surge with advantage.
Oh,
you are so
ride.
focused. So focused in this moment. So if you want to send Fortune's Favor to the chat, just so Sarah knows
it's
what she
worded
has.
so weirdly.
Okay, so Jelly, when you make a attack roll, magic, or saving throw before the ends, you can dismiss the spell yourself to roll additional d20. Use.
Okay.
Okay.
So you get to re-roll once.
So you get a free reroll basically.
That's nice, fucking nice.
And so you feel Amity kind of puts a hand on you, and the strange sensation passes over you as Amity has used her wild magic to kind of bend fate a little in your favor here.
I'm feeling cocky as fuck.
So you make your way to the top of the cell here. Maggie's inside, and as she approaches, you can see the tiefling man. This is your first time seeing him in person, Jelly. Shackled to the back wall there, and Maggie walks up and he kind of opens his eyes and raises his head, and Maggie looks back at you, Jelly.
I ask Maggie, can we open the cell?
No, she's opened the cell. She's inside it. She's walked up to him within the cell.
I walk in as well.
Okay. And Maggie removes the gag from his mouth. And with that, he goes, Here to let me out then? Maggie says, not quite.
I say, are you willing to answer our questions?
I've answered all the questions I need to. This is just total misunderstanding. Zariel will not be best pleased with you, Maggie. I've made it very clear to you that I'm not buying into this. Answer the questions if you want out of here. You'll be upsetting very powerful people, Maggie.
If you get out of here alive, that is.
But that would upset those powerful people even more if I didn't.
What use are you to them?
I am of exceptional use, I assure you. But I don't believe I'm familiar with you.
Would you be willing to consent to being put under a Zone of Truth spell?
There's no need for anything like that.
I think there might be. I don't think I trust you yet.
Such curious company you keep, Maggie.
You think I'm the only one here?
I assume Maggie has a great many capable individuals at her beck and call. But I was simply here to check up, and things have gotten very out of hand. And Maggie, if you would just be so kind as to put this whole thing to rest. And Maggie turns to you, Jelly.
I cast blindness. On
Oh,
her.
okay. Make a wisdom check.
Faith don't fail me.
Oh,
Okay, now send blindness, deafness to the chat. Con save. I feel you're blinded. At the end of each of its turns, it can make another con save.
every 6 seconds.
So every 6 seconds, you'll get another chance to shake it off. Got 22 in his con save. So you cast blindness, deafness, and you see his eyes kind of like cloud over momentarily. He shrugs it off. There's no need for that.
Take my warhammer. And I line it up just where his knee is. And I swing back. And I go to hit him and I stop right at his kneecap.
Okay.
Does he flinch?
He doesn't even flinch. In fact, a smirk crosses his face as I faced him far worse.
I don't want to actually hurt him because reasons. Looking at these spells.
Are you just here to torment me then?
No. I genuinely don't know what to do. Fuck me. I have no idea. I'll just cast Zone of Truth. Fuck it. Zone of Truth.
Okay. You cast Zone of Truth.
I don't want to hurt the guy. And he won't go blind.
Wisdom saving throw.
Go blind, bitch.
So Jelly, you have to presumably the Zone of Truth is the prison cell, or are you like positioning so it's just him, or
Just him.
just him? Okay. It's a 26 in his charisma save. So you cast the zone of truth, and you're completely aware that he shrugged it off.
Maggie, what do you want to ask him? I am floundering.
Right, we've seen through the ruse. Just come out of it then. Who do you serve? Why are you here? I've said the whole story already, Maggie. Whatever you want me to say,
What's your name?
I've given you the. Oh, what the fuck was that?
My computer.
Oh, sorry. You can call me Sebastian.
It's not your name.
Well, it's one of them.
What's your real name?
And what is your name? Curious little gnome.
I have 2 names as well.
Quite a common trait.
I can give you one of them, since you gave me one of yours.
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
Laurie?
Laurie. It's a nice name, that. Well, Laurie, if you'd be so kind as to tell Maggie that I am of no threat to anyone. I am here on official business, and I would quite like now to leave and make my formal report. And if this is all done in an expedient manner, there is no need for me to bring up any of these little difficulties that have arisen.
Why should we believe you, man? Like, do you know how many people come through here claiming all sorts of shit?
Do enlighten me.
Why don't you just go under Zone of Truth and actually tell us why you're here?
You see, that's a very dangerous situation for somebody who, as you can imagine, does a great deal of work for Zariel, and you will understand that there are certain things that I can't risk coming out. You know how it is, Maggie?
I'll cast Zone of Truth again.
Sorry, sometimes when they've resisted something like this, they're immune to it for a while.
No.
Yeah. Oh, shit, make a wisdom check.
I sneeze.
Flinch at Laurie, man.
Oh. Well, there we go.
Loads of those. Oh.
Okay, so you cast the Zone of Truth. Oh. Is that 15?
What?
15 against your DC?
My DC is... Oh, it's 16. Yay. Finally.
He fails.
Oh, fuck it. You got something, man.
You see his expression kind of shift uncomfortably. You're playing a dangerous game.
You work for Rosario.
I work for the Archdevil.
What's the name of the second layer? Demeter.
Well, the second layer of hell is Dis, and its ruler is Despater.
The Archdevil of the second layer is Despater.
Yes.
You work for Despater.
You're prying into very dangerous things here. Don't end well for you.
Do you mean me harm?
Well, if you get in the way of my very important business, then you've left me little option, haven't you?
Do you mean alteral harm?
Alteral means nothing to me.
Have you ever been to El Toro?
Does not answer that one.
You want to meet your child? I want to insight check his reaction.
Yeah. Has he like recognized her voice at all?
I know, what the fuck. Also, like, I'm pretty sure I told him my name was Jelly at the time.
Make an insight check.
Does he poo-poo his pants?
Whispers.
Wow, whisper.
You're doing amazing, Joey.
I don't want to hurt him!
With a charisma save of 26, I think he's got the HP to spare.
True.
That's
It will not budge. Charismatic little fuck. These spells are gonna do shit. Command them to stop being a bitch. Fuck's sake. Does he not answer that?
No, he does not.
She's dead.
Make a deception check. You're very transparent.
She's alive?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh. She knows about you.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, where were we there?
I'll ask another question. Do you enjoy working for, what's her name? Or its name, their name, second layer?
Dispatter.
Demeter, I'm pretty sure that's like a Greek god.
Oh, there's a Greek god. That's Persephone's mum.
Yeah, you're right. Do you enjoy working for Dispatter?
Clearly, we're not going to get anywhere here, so I will just make it clear that you are indeed messing with very powerful people, and it would be in your best interest to let me go and not anger them further.
Dispatter's not very pleased with you.
Make a deception check. And what do you know of Dispatter?
Well, their right-hand man has been checking in on you.
Make a persuasion check.
All the checks.
These rolls are so... fuck me.
Quite the bluff.
Can I get in the zone of truth?
Does it? Yeah, you can step within it.
And I repeat the same thing.
He has no knowledge of whether you have passed or failed the check, though.
Do you mean to harm us, Kairos? And I kneecap him.
You actually go for it. Okay, roll damage because he's not moving. So
Shit.
he takes 5 bludgeoning damage as you slam your warhammer into his knee after calling him Kairos. So he kind of like grits his teeth as the impact with his knee kind of fades. Where did you hear that name?
From a partner of yours.
Make a deception check. Oh,
It's not.
make a persuasion check.
Fuck me! Can I use Fortune's favor to
Oh.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
forgot?
So roll. Make another persuasion check.
There we go. Hey! Fuck me!
Yeah. So you see his expression kind of crack a bit.
Like, fuck! Getting through to this son of a bitch. I want to hurt you. I say that to him.
Where is Debbie?
She's not safe.
What have you done to her?
Nothing. What have you done to her?
Where is she?
I'd like to know myself. I want her to be safe.
When did you speak to her?
I heard her voice a few nights ago.
Where?
I have the ability to communicate, or to have others communicate to me. Help me.
Yes.
Trust me. And I cure wounds on his knee.
Make a wisdom check.
Go on, Jelly, you got it. You got it. Oh!
Make your cure wounds roll.
He cured! Hold on.
Does she crit on the cure?
Yeah. Hold on, 1d8.
Oh, he is healed.
Yeah, he is healed up. Make a persuasion check.
These damn hips.
Right.
Mmm.
That will help.
Fuck. Believe me, man. I cured your damn knee. After I fucked it up, admittedly.
Trust you and help you with what?
Helping her?
Why do you give a damn? Why should I trust anything you say?
Because the only person that matters to me seemingly has the same goal as you. To help her.
Another persuasion check.
Before I do that, I say
Mhm.
my second name is Jelly.
He kind of nods in recognition of that.
Persuasion. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
Getting there, we getting there.
We getting there. Slowly but surely. Daddy's coming round.
Oh god,
Fuck me.
and Daddy.
So you'll let me out of here, and then you'll help me find her.
Why should I let you out of here to find her? I'm more than capable of finding her myself.
I thought you wanted my help.
For information and to make sure you're not a threat. But you've done nothing to prove to me that you're not a threat.
Well, allow me a chance to prove myself.
I don't even think you deserve that after what you've done.
And what have I done?
I think you know what you've done. You can start by telling her the last time you saw her. Do you want to meet her?
Is she here?
Yes. But there's no way I'm going to let her come in here until you convince me otherwise, which you've done nothing to do so far. She doesn't deserve someone like you.
At the very least, our goals are aligned, and I can be very useful.
All you've done is say that. Your actions don't suggest anything.
Actions! I'm chained to a wall.
And what have you been doing for the past, I don't know, 20 plus years? Working for an archdevil? Doesn't really align with mine or my friends' goals.
Then it's a good thing I didn't bring her with me then, isn't it?
Who's he talking about? Who? The archdevil?
What?
Oh, what do you mean her? Who's her? Am I missing something?
He's talking about Amity.
I have no fucking clue what he's saying.
This dude.
What do you mean you didn't bring her with you? Where did you go? Why did you leave her? I do know the answer, by the way. So I want to hear it from your mouth, though.
Look around you. Do you think it's safe to bring a child to this kind of place?
Did you care?
If I didn't care, why would I go to lengths to protect her?
Could be other reasons why. If we let you out, will you harm anyone in Fort Knucklebone?
I don't intend to.
Can I insight check that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's
Yes,
in the
totally.
zone of truth.
If he is, then sure, fine.
He cannot tell a deliberate lie in the zone of truth.
I didn't know he was still in it. Was my point.
Okay.
Why did you come here? Honestly, was it to find us?
I came here because I was told to.
By Dispatcher or by Zario?
By neither.
Can you tell me who? And I can share my information with you if you'd like. Clearly, we need to build trust here on both sides.
Archdevils rarely interact in person. There are intermediaries. I was sent to gather information on behalf of Dispatcher.
Seems like Dispatcher wants you back.
Oh, sorry?
I said it seems like Dispatcher wants you back.
If I imagine he would.
Is Dispatcher interested in El Toro?
To what extent?
You tell me. You came here asking questions about El Toro. You said you were sent here on behalf of Dispatcher. I don't see the link.
It is a recent development and one you're probably aware I am familiar with. So I was sent to find out any information I could gather to keep Dispatcher informed on Zariel's schemes here.
What was the woman's name that he said? Sorry, I didn't write it down in the heat of the moment. Start with a D.
Debbie.
Debbie.
Debbie. Did you love Debbie? Silence is deafening.
There's little room for emotion between professionals.
What did you name your child?
I didn't.
Did she?
She may have.
Where did you leave her? In the fucking sticks, my dude. Where the fuck did you leave that baby?
Where the fuck?
Dump that baby, you sick son of a bitch.
It's like, why the fuck is she still alive?
Where the fuck did I put her?
Just a what?
Misplaced.
If you have spoken to her, I'm sure you'll know where she was left.
She could have been moved by a third party after you left her and let her go. She only knows where she remembers and where she was told she was found by certain individuals. That might not be the same place you left her.
She was left at some academy.
Ding, ding, ding. Give me a minute. I'll see if she wants to meet you. And I'm gonna head out the room and see what Amity is doing during all of that.
Amity is just staring at the wall, listening to everything.
I go out and I kind of like close the door and I go to her like, I'm sorry, I hit him in the knee. It's pissing me off.
I'm gonna cast a message to her. I said, it's fine. I mean, he made a sound. I didn't know you hit him.
I did feel kind of good though.
Okay.
Did you hear everything? Did you hear everything? Mm-hmm. Do you want to meet him? It's up to you. You don't need to. You don't owe him anything.
Not like how I thought he'd be. I don't know how I thought he'd be.
He seems like an arrogant prick, but I don't know if he's bad.
I think he's just here for his job, right? It is.
I don't know.
You finish up in there, and it'll give me enough time to collect myself. You're doing pretty well, by the way.
Well, the bitch wouldn't be blind. He wouldn't go into Belfast, man. Fuck. I like shake myself.
I like taumaturgy and gust, and I'm like, come on.
I go back in. And I go back up to him and I say, when she gets time, she'll swing by.
Can I at least get out of these chains?
I don't answer. I look at Maggie and I say, Maggie, do you have any questions? I know the son of a bitch didn't answer them all particularly well, but he's got other joints I could hit.
Yes, well, I think I've had enough. I don't quite know what to do with an agent of despatter in my midst right enough. But I must think on this.
I turn back to him and I say, I'll let you know when I've found Debbie. And then I leave.
You don't want my help?
I don't say anything, I just leave.
Maggie watches you leave and puts the gag back in his mouth.
Nice.
And Maggie leaves the room, walks behind her, moving quite sprightly.
You enjoy that, Maggie?
Oh, I can't help it.
Not one that I'm not going to judge you, man. As long as someone does that was
And she guides you guys out of the prison where Mickey still stood guard.
Say hi, Mickey. Hi. Do I have anything for Mickey?
Oh, he likes shiny things.
He does. Does Mickey have ears?
Does Mickey have ears? It's a good question.
Good a second. Does Mickey have ears?
Actually, it's okay.
He does not, but he has great big horns that come out of his eyebrows.
I'm gonna go into my pouch of the like shitty gems and I'm gonna get a nice shiny ruby-esque gem out.
Ooh.
I'm going to give it to him.
Oh no, sorry, he does have ears.
He probably doesn't have them pierced though. I'm going to give him a nice shiny gem. To keep up.
Ooh. And you see he kind of opens the container he's got, and he starts like rummaging through, and he kind of takes out. It's like a chunk of quartz, and he kind of holds them up, and he puts the ruby in his container and hands you the chunk of quartz.
No, Mickey, that's for you.
Oh.
Gift.
Oh, he places it on your head.
Oh.
Just keep it on my head. Nice.
Oh.
I like tilt my head down, catch it in my hands. This is going in the armor.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love him. He's so cute.
So Maggie gestures you on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, what do you make of him?
I don't know, to be honest. He seems very powerful, admittedly. He batted away a lot of my spells in there.
Yes, well, these Archdevil agents can be quite tricksy, especially if he's one of Despatter's spies.
He seemed quite genuine though when Davy was mentioned.
I think that's about the only part I'm sure he was genuine with. I do believe we have a common goal here. But the rest of it, I don't know. I don't know how strong that goal even is for him.
I don't imagine he is a direct threat to me or the rest of the Knucklebones, besides what information he's managed to gather on us. But if you would like to see him released, I could do so.
I like it, Amity.
I'll leave that decision in your hands.
Thanks, Maggie.
He could help us find her, if that's what you wanted.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know a lot of things.
In your dream. Did Despater want to speak with you, or?
No, they just wanted me to take the spies to the embassy, I guess. What's it called? Disvalor.
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 The wacky warehouse.
The wacky warehouse.
Yes, it is. I think he does care about you.
Oh no, he said he didn't really care about it all.
Like, when I asked, he said he cared about you.
He didn't say yes.
Did he not say that, like, would I have done it if I didn't care?
That's not yes. You know, he could have just said, yeah, of course. He didn't. Do you think, do you have another Zone of Truth spell?
Yeah.
What level is it?
No truth. I can. What happens if you cast it at a higher level? I think you
If it doesn't say anything, then there's no benefits to casting it at a higher level, but you can.
I can cast it as many times as you want. Pop it.
Could you put it in my ring?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna cast mirror image. So there's just 3 Amities for a minute or so.
Okay, you cast mirror image. Make a wild magic surge with disadvantage.
Oh, isn't it on?
I don't think that's a.
Oh no, it was you that put it in your own ring, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
Oh,
don't
yeah,
I,
so, oh
don't
no,
I
sorry, it's in
roll
the ring.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys, yeah, she
Oh,
did.
so if it's in the ring, that's fine. That's fine.
Why
Okay.
disadvantage, Gavin?
That's a disadvantage, advantage. Sorry.
Okay, I was like,
My
oh,
bad. My bad.
Up was on a trip.
Fuck disadvantage.
Zoop, it's in there.
okay.
So you see the little runes and everything on the scroll-like ring shift as Zone of Truth is entered in.
Thank you, Jelly.
Want to go see him now?
Maybe once I've calmed down a bit. Maybe once we've given Lulu a little hairstyling.
I could cast,
Yeah.
could cast calm emotions on you. Fuck out.
I believe Nim also wanted to speak to you about the adjustments she's been making to the Tormentor.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that and I'll go talk to him later.
Yeah.
What would you like to do first? We can go and see to Lulu, you can speak to Nim.
Oh,
Him
what-
first, come back.
Yes, I will go get myself prepared as you do that.
Right. Let's go see Nim.
See, bae.
Ah, Jelly. I'll cheer you up.
It will cheer me up, yeah. You always do.
And so you guys head out to the scrapyard and you do eventually find Nim working away on your Tormentor. And you can see that she has she's added some armor in places where there wasn't before. And as you approach, she goes, "Oh, there you are. Just been making some tweaks here." Maggie was pretty happy with Ragadraga's head, so. But wondering if you wanted to kind of tell me what to focus on here. So yeah, I could. If you wanted, I could put. You can point to one of the other tormentors that has that kind of like metal like over the seats.
Mhm.
If you wanted, I could give you that. Makes you more protected, but you wouldn't really be able to throw spells out of it.
A little bit.
Could also stick a weapon on the back of it if you want.
What kind of weapon?
There's bolt launchers, harpoon launcher, an acid sprayer, flamethrower. We might have a screamer left.
What's a screamer?
That's cool.
Screamer, it's usually they're designed to look like a face. You kind of crank it up, aim it at somebody, lets loose this kind of psychic scream that gets into their heads.
Yo.
Does psychic damage.
Yo.
What's the range on that thing?
120 feet.
Hey.
That's pretty good, yo.
I go for a little screamer.
I think a screamer look at shit.
But if you're interested in something else, though, I could use the space at the back to put in. That's ask Maggie for the parts, but putting a short distance teleporter or maybe a necrotic smoke screen. I mean you wouldn't have room for the weapon though.
Holy
Whip! A smoke screen?
Yeah, it lets loose this great big cloud of necrotic smoke, and she kind of talks you through it. It is a you let it loose behind you, and it is a 30-foot radius, so 60 foot in diameter, big cloud of black smoke that obscures vision. And any creature that enters the cloud for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there takes 66 necrotic damage.
And does it travel with us?
It doesn't travel with you, it just gets like left wherever you used it. And it says it kind of hangs there for 10 minutes or until a strong wind disperses it. The teleporter, on the other hand, also it recharges. Basically, after you guys take a long rest, it recharges. the short range teleporter lets you teleport into any unoccupied space you can see within 300 feet from the vehicle's current position. And again, recharges on a long rest.
That would be good in times of trouble.
Well, I can teleport us.
I don't think, could you teleport the tormentor?
No, that is true. Yeah, teleporting would be good.
So basically, on the kind of like back slot, you can put a weapon or one of these kind of utility things, the smoke screen or the teleporter.
I mean, we can cast a lot of like ranged spells, can't we?
Yeah, you can.
Maybe the teleporter. What do you think?
Yeah, I think teleporter.
Teleporter?
I like teleporter.
Let's do teleporter. Please.
Teleporter? Yeah, I can get that worked. I need to ask Maggie for a few of the parts, but I'm sure she must have some lying around.
Oh,
She's been pretty good to get this thing upgraded anyway, so I'll get to work on that. And it should help a wee bit. She kind of pokes around, like kind of like around where the driver sits. It is more heavily armored. The driver now gets 3/4 cover. And your AC is now 18 when motionless and 20 when in motion. So I've added that. Where was the bit? Yeah, helm. So 3/4 cover. Yeah. So Nim's like, yeah, I'll see about getting the short range teleport to put in there for you guys.
That's so good.
This is cool. I'm excited. This could be really handy.
I'm pumped for that.
All right. How much?
Yeah, well, hopefully you guys make good use of it.
Hopefully.
We sure will.
If you get a chance, Jelly, you're pretty good with metal. I can maybe show you how to deal with some of the kind of common problems that crop up with these on the road.
Hey,
That would be good.
that'd be very useful.
Yeah.
Shall
If you
we
get
go-
a chance, find me and I'll talk you through things.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure. Well, should we go? Die, Lulu.
Lulu.
Then you can go and learn from them.
And you can
Yeah.
do your thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go, die, Lulu.
Bye, Lulu.
Okay. So you guys return to Maggie because she now has a lot of kind of jars and pestles and mortars and things set out. Ah, there you are. I think I'm just about ready. Over you come, Lulu. Yay, I'm going to change colour.
Yeah, you are, Lulu. You are so. You can look so good.
Yeah. And she like plonks herself down one of the bean bags. And Maggie gets to work, put this kind of brown paste through her hair and then kind of taking it out, and the fur left behind is that brown colour, and she's going through, make sure she's not missing any spots. And it takes a wee while, but by the end of like an hour or so, she kind of steps back, crosses around, and goes, I think I've done pretty good work here. She looks, I don't see any gold left on her.
That's amazing, Maggie. Thank you so much.
Well, you're always so lovely to have around.
I sure am, aren't I? I think Joey, you gonna head off to see Nim?
I'm gonna head off and see Nim. And
Like, I'll tell you some stories, Maggie.
Oh, well, if you have any stories, I would love to hear them.
Perfect. For my time.
So, yeah, if you go off to Nim, she talks you through, just kind of focusing on the tormentor. She does talk you through various mishaps that can happen. And the various ways this takes maybe a couple of hours to kind of talk through things here. You are very good with tools and whatnot. And she talks you through what to do in different scenarios. And by the end of the 2 hours, you're feeling like you could make a solid attempt at fixing any of these issues that might crop up. should it happen as you guys are driving along. In
Yes.
fact, she actually kind of finds some of the kind of damaged vehicles and kind of points out like, here's where this happened. So like, if that happened whilst you were on the move, you'd kind of like try this and that, talking things through for you. So you are now able to attempt to repair mishaps on the go.
Oh, that's so good.
The DCs do vary quite a bit depending on which mishap it is. Some mishaps are a DC of 20, whereas some are like much easier to repair. So depends what you get.
Depends what you get.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Amity, you're having a conversation with Maggie.
Yeah, I'm just giving her some general childhood goldies. Just trying to fill her up.
She is loving it, but she is trying to be very sympathetic. You know, she's talking it through with you. Oh, that must have been so awful. And look how far you've come, my dear.
Thank you. You're very good at this, Maggie.
you can't kind of like shift the feeling that she is enjoying this though.
That's why Amity's doing it. She's like trying to repay her, essentially. The currency.
Yeah, and by the time you're done, Maggie is in a very, very good mood.
Fantastic. Would Lily be safe up here with you for a bit?
Yes, I'm sure you can make yourself comfortable there, Lulu. I'm just going to see to a few things I've been tinkering with.
If I go down and speak to him,
yes.
Can I take out of his mouth? Is that okay? I have mage hands, so I don't have to get close to him.
Be careful, dear. He may be your father, but you don't know what he's capable of.
Yeah, I think I have an understanding of that already, maybe. Thank you, Maggie.
That's just, if anything happens, cry out for Mickey. He'll come in and sort it out for you.
Yeah, you sure will. I'll just keep him close no matter what.
Be careful, my dear.
Thanks, Maggie. And she's going to skip off.
Yeah, so you head on down to the prison. Past Mickey on the way in.
Oh, I'm going to skip off because I had like a coffee this size before this session. I'm just like, just kicking in. Oh, 1 second.
No worries.
Showed.
So you make your way down into the prison, Amity. And do you look into Kairos' cell?
She's gonna just like do what she was doing before, which is just like staying like outside. And she's gonna cast Fortune's Favor on herself.
Okay, make a wild magic surge roll with advantage.
It'd be hilarious if they were both ones.
Oh no, you managed to channel in here. Complete focus, complete control over your magic.
We're tapped in. We are tapped in. Okay. And she's just gonna step so she can like see him as not a rat.
Yeah, Kairos is there, and he still has the gag in his mouth. But we'll say Maggie gave you the key to the cell as well. I just
okay.
So he is chained there against the wall, watching you.
I'm just gonna cast Mage Hand. So as she's undoing the cell, she's gonna like take it out of his mouth.
Oh, okay. So you remove the gag from his mouth. He's just kind of silent for a bit as he's looking at you. Now you got your mother's horns.
Have your skin. Hi.
Hi.
Amity's gonna like plonk herself down beside him, or like in front of him, just like cross-legged on the floor. And she's not really like looking at him. She's just kind of looking away, and she's like, "Sorry."
Do you feel like letting me out?
I don't know you. Who are you?
I'm sure Jelly's already told you, but I'm Kairos.
My name's Amity.
Amity.
I mean, it's the one I gave to myself. They gave me a shitty one at the academy.
Did you learn much magic then?
Well, if you want me to be a wizard, I'm not. But I'm pretty good at magic. Are you a wizard?
Not quite.
Where does your magic come from?
I suppose you could say it's borrowed power.
Mm. Mine comes from me.
Must be quite useful.
When it wants to be. Are you evil?
Don't really believe in good or evil. We're all just trying to get by.
Yeah, I'm kind of learning that down here. Not a lot of people are just one thing or the other. Which is hard because that's really all I was taught growing up, that you're either one or you're the other, and that was it.
Perhaps not the most useful education.
Mm. Why did you leave me there?
Wouldn't have been very safe for you with us.
I wasn't safe there.
What happened?
And Amity's just gonna like raise her hand to her horns and then like to the rest of her. And it's like, I think I must have been the only tiefling in the entire city.
We did have to make a bit of a quick exit. It was the best option at hand.
Couldn't kept me around for another week.
It's not always that easy.
I wasn't safe there.
You're here now.
Yeah, Maggie keeps me around.
She keeps an unusual collection of people around by the looks of it.
Yeah. But my characters keep certain people around for certain reasons.
And how long has she kept you around for?
Not long. I haven't been down here long. Not like you.
So did you arrive when El Toro did then?
No. A few weeks after. Time is weird.
Why did you come?
Research. Do you know about Candlekeep?
I'm aware of it, yes.
I'm very good with magic.
It would seem. So am
You ever
I.
heard of something called Dunamancy?
Not really.
It's mostly for wizards, but I can do it as well. It's pretty cool.
Pretty talented mage then.
Morton kind of seems to think so.
Make a persuasion check.
Hey!
Cheeky. That's fucking cheeky.
What strange company you keep.
So
What have you been up to these past 20 odd years then?
surviving. I ran away from the academy. Learning anything I could about my heritage. That's why I'm here. That's why I was sent here, because I know so much about it.
And now you're experiencing it firsthand.
Sure am.
How's that going?
Interestingly. It's fun here.
Fun's not a term many would use for it.
It's something new. It's exciting. But dangerous.
But it is.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Kyrus?
Not Kyrus, the one that contacted me in the dream.
Titivolus.
Titivolus contacted me last night.
There's a very apparent shift in his face.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, what's his reaction like?
What did he say? Make an insight check. Very hard to read, this man.
I use Zadamir? Or you Travnva?
I'm Zandamir.
Is that your last name?
Kyrus Zandamir. Not many call me that, though. Titivolus was one.
He said you were a loose end.
Suppose I am for now.
He says you're both loose ends.
I don't know where she is.
I don't either. We know she's in a similar situation to you.
Titivolus didn't say where.
No.
Did he offer you something?
Nothing specific. Just the usual devils. Trade.
Yes, I have a sneaking suspicion that you won't be finding out where she is unless you agree to his demands.
My friend's pretty good at finding people.
No, they found me.
Sure did.
Devotion's her name.
Devotion.
Devotion Trinevar.
What's she like?
She likes to act as if she's all serious. She has a soft spot.
A soft spot for you? But you don't for her.
What makes you think that?
I was outside the whole time.
We have a complicated relationship.
Do I have siblings?
You do.
How many?
Two.
Where are they?
Somewhere in the mortal plane.
Close to me, or
Same continent. Well, we left them in the same continent. It's been a while.
so they're older than me?
You're the middle.
Do you ever think about us?
I
Do you ever
do.
want to come see us? Insight check.
Okay, make an insight check.
We roll fortune's favor. Fuck
Okay,
off.
you use your fortune's favor. He's really hard to read. I've thought about reaching out, trying to find you all, but I thought it might be better this way. Never expected one of you to come find me.
Here I am.
Here you are.
It's a good job you did tell me that you were you. Because I would have killed you.
A ruthless one, are you?
Maybe.
Do you want to make a persuasion or deception check for that?
You ruthless.
Oh!
You haven't been down here long, have you?
No.
We can find her together, you know.
I'd like that. But there are a lot of other things that I have to do as well.
Like what?
There's a lot of research I have to do, and I have friends that need help. And I've got a thing to do with Mordenkainen and a thing to do for Maggie. There's so much to do here. And I want to have time to do it all, but I can't trust you. And I wish I could, because I spent the last 2 decades wishing that I had parents that gave a shit, and you're right there and I can't trust you.
What could I do to earn that trust?
You could let me cast Detect Thoughts on you.
Do it.
What do you want to know?
I want to know how you got here, what you're really like, and what you really do.
There's a lot in my head that I wouldn't wish on anyone.
Hey, me too. Can you cast Detect Thoughts with your legacy?
I believe you still need to be able to so let's have a look. Detect thoughts. Yeah, variable somatic material. So you kind of like gestures, you can like rattles the chains. I can normally do it, but I'm a bit indisposed right now.
Well, you can let me into your head now, and then I'll let you into mine later.
Go ahead.
And I cast Detect Thoughts!
Okay, so.
God.
Okay, so as you delve into his surface thoughts, the surface thoughts are of you.
Is he thinking about me?
Do you want to push in here?
Yes.
Okay. Can you roll a d20 for me?
I don't like that.
Just going to check something here. Okay, so you delve into his mind a little bit further, and he seems to be thinking about you and the Mispheres and what he can do to prove himself just now.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ask him, like, what have you been up to? What do you do?
And on the surface level, well, actually, he just says out loud, I collect information. And you see within his thoughts him sat any symbols chalked out on the ground, a symbol you recognize, the symbol that Tavalis showed you, and kind of etched into your mind that you can draw out to contact him.
Mhm.
And you then see Kairos boarding ships, exploring cities, taking on different forms, working his way into different courts, and traveling very far and wide. You see him in that kind of similar cityscape you saw in your dream, interacting with various fiends there. You see how that kind of flashed through his mind as you ask him about that.
Would you betray me?
So he says,
Mhm.
no, I wouldn't.
I push.
Hmm?
I
You
push.
push.
Pushing.
You push. You're pushing. You're pushing. Make do roll a d20.
Why?
So as you say that and he gives his answer, you are prying a little deeper and a little deeper in. And you kind of get the sense from his mind that he wouldn't betray you. And then you realize that he is quite skilled at manipulating his own thoughts for this kind of. And you have a moment of clarity where you realize that he seems to be presenting things to you that basically the way like people talk about like cheating a polygraph and stuff like that. He is attempting to kind of project thoughts to you that may not actually be His true thoughts.
Amity fucking flips. And she stands up and she casts Fireball on him. And
Yeah,
it's
okay,
gonna hurt him fully.
Yeah, okay. He is. Just roll damage because he is chained up there.
9 beach.
And I get my flames around me. And I just
Okay,
look at
so
him.
you let loose the flames, it like scorches the rags and burns up him, and he just grits it. What's that for?
You're a fucking liar.
Why
can't just
won't you
assume-
trust me?
She just lied to me in there.
You were reading my thoughts.
So that I could trust you. If you're gonna lie to me, what's the point?
You don't last long down here if you're an honest person.
I guess I won't last long. But at least I won't be as bad as you.
Very high and mighty for somebody who hasn't spent that long here.
I really thought you could be like a really nice guy. That I could have something nice for once. Oh well.
You still want to
Anything
find
else?
your mother, right?
Is she
You'll
like
still
you?
be useful for that.
Is she like you? I don't know why I'm asking you, because why would you say anything other than yes?
We've both been shaped by the same experiences.
Yeah. Well, thanks for not making me like you. I'm gonna go think.
Word of advice. Steel yourself. You won't last long if you keep this bright optimism.
Thanks. My advice to you is not to lie to me again.
And he kind of looks down at the scorch mark on his chest. Noted.
And then I'm gonna mage hand the gag back in his mouth and lock the door and go away.
You leave Kairos in his cell.
Bastard bitch.
You're a bastard bitch.
I'm going back to the garage.
So you head back to the garage, and Jelly, you see Amity walk by and head towards the garage where you and them are working on the tormentor, kind of talking you through various parts.
Okay.
Oh, no, you can like see it from a distance, like.
Oh yeah, we outside then. Is she in the garage and we're not? I'm confused.
Amity's heading towards the garage. You guys are out in the scrapyard.
Does she look angry?
Make an insight check.
What is her true intention?
She's got her flames around her.
Oh,
A
shit.
happy flame.
Oh, did you still have the flames up?
Oh.
Just yeah. She does not look best pleased.
I'm gonna give her 10 minutes alone and then I'm gonna head back to the garage.
Amity is human. And after a while, she's just gonna start crying in the garage. And then she's gonna like look down at the symbol of Freya on her and is like, any help? I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm doing. And then just sit on her bread roll.
Make a wisdom check.
Oh, Bob. Advantage.
He's sad.
Oh, give her the advantage. Yeah.
You collapse down on the bedroll.
Oh yeah, I do.
Am I in?
You walk in at this point and she's just sprawled out in her bedroll.
Dads are kind of assholes. Like, my dad was a bit of a dick. But
My dad's a spy for an archdevil of the second layer of hell. And he just lied to me.
how did you know?
I could just tell. I went in.
It's pretty powerful to be able to know your thoughts like that.
I don't think he's powerful. I just think he has a lot of experience. I fireballed him.
Yo, yes.
You're right. It did feel good.
Yeah, right. There's something about it. Do
Just
you,
made me feel better.
do you want me to find your mum?
I don't know if she's just the same as him. What's the point of having parents if they're just awful?
Do you think we're going to take them? Him at least, the wacky warehouse.
I don't even want to make a deal with the devil.
Do you think?
I-
Do you think if you don't, something bad will happen though?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. What if someone comes to find him and attacks Fort Knucklebone? And then we let Maggie down again.
Maybe we'll have to take him. But where?
I guess we'll just drop him back at Disvalor, and I won't be a deal. I'm just like, hey, you said you want anything back, now he's back. It's a freebie from me, don't worry about it.
That's true. That's true. We could do that. Mm-hmm.
But we can't let him know anything else. He's so he's so awful.
I'm sorry, he's not what you thought he would be.
That's okay. I didn't have a dad for this long. I might have siblings though.
Here?
No, in the mortal plane, not too far. Well, in the same continent. I might be the middle child. I don't know if he was lying about that as well.
Did you get their names? I guess
No. I mean, I didn't get a name.
I could find out what they look like.
Maybe you should ask Tom stuff to help us with stuff down here. I really appreciate it, but I just feel like
That's true. I did also kind of promise Lulu.
she deserves it.
She does. How about I ask the question that Lulu's answered? Then we can talk to Maggie about Ruth, and we can decide what we want to do with him if he wants to come with us. And then we just head out again, maybe to Ruth.
I guess so. I'm gonna stop by and drop him off at the Wacky Warehouse.
Yeah, that's a good plan. You okay though? Honestly.
No, but I will be.
You want me to cast sending to anyone? Or if you want to put sending in your ring?
I don't want to. I've already got something in my ring right now. I think I'm too miserable to talk to him.
Okay.
Well, thank you. You can go spend a fun time with Nim after we've done everything we need to do. Don't feel like you have to stay around me.
I know I don't have to. Okay.
You get a big hug.
I cast Calm Emotions on.
Do you want to send Cam motion to the
What does
chat so I
that
can see
do?
what it does?
Just chill her out for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Would you like to resist the Cam emotions, Amity?
No, I just let it wash over her like a.
You feel Jerry's kind of
A little respite.
presence pass over you. You just feel a little bit calmer,
That's
a
fine.
little bit more at ease.
Let me just sway.
Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
You gonna activate tour mode now?
Orb mode activate. One. Yeah, I'm gonna just zone the fuck out. Chat to Torm. See what's
Okay, you have your helm there. You use your daily dose of Torm. You feel the connection form. What question would you like to ask of Torm?
How can we redeem Zariel back to an angel? Sense doesn't make sense. Kind of does. Good, just.
You ask this.
How can she be saved?
And your vision fades over with that golden glow, and then that fades away, and you are stood in that large chamber you've seen before with the sword of Zariel embedded in the rock on the podium. And your vision kind of lingers there as the sword thrums with blue energy.
We bonk her over the fucking head with it. And the sword will answer all of our prayers.
What'd you see, Jelly?
Damn sword again! I'm sick of seeing this fucking.
Well, I guess maybe like it's got a bit of her in it, right? Like.
Do we break the sword? Do we use the sword? Do we stab her with the sword?
I mean, like she puts something into the sword and she went less glowy. Maybe we give the sword back to her. We're like, hey, a little present.
What if that doesn't work?
I don't think I went to stab her with it. I don't think that does it.
I agree. That one's out.
Nice restoring stab.
Maybe we to give her the sword, or she'll just take the sword and say, "Oh, thanks for getting my sword. Now it's your time to die." But maybe.
Okay, at least we tried.
We definitely need the sword. No matter what we want to do, the sword is priority number one.
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
We have a lot of things.
We got a lot of plates.
A lot of plates. Should I go ask about Ruth?
Time to ask about Ruth.
Let's go.
So you guys going off to find Maggie then?
Yeah.
Maggie.
Maggie. So As you return to Maggie's little kind of study, witch's hut, workshop area.
Oh yeah.
Just give me a second to find the right page. There we go. Yeah, so you find Maggie just kind of tinker away at some kind of small bit of machinery.
Yeah.
And, oh, there you are. I'm just getting your short-range teleporter sorted up.
Yo.
Thank you so
haven't-
much. Maggie.
Won't take too much longer. I can have Nim make the necessary attachments to the vehicle itself.
Hey, is it right to ask you a question about Ruth?
Ah, there's Ruth, yes. What would you like to know of her?
I mean, we know she's not as good as you.
A few are, my dear, a few are.
Isn't that true? What is she like? Why is she so nasty?
Well, she's amongst us night hags. She keeps very close to suppose you could say her fey roots are still rather strong. The bone brambles that she resides in to this day were shifted here from the mortal plane. She had done terrible things to various dryads and elves, and their spirits still keep her company.
So they're like trapped here? Like she's got souls all around her?
Yes. I find it's, in my experience, you catch more flies with honey.
She's not just the truth, Maggie.
Yeah, but I suppose all of us night hags have our own little ways of keeping ourselves going. But yeah, she's known throughout throughout the Nine Hells and beyond for her blood potions and seemingly rather capable with divination magic, but I try to avoid her where possible.
So if we were going to go and visit her, because we think she has some answers for us, and it's either Ruth or a demon.
Oh dear. Rock in a hard place.
Yeah.
And so, at least with Ruth, you know that she will typically be true to her word. She does rely on repeat business usually, so it wouldn't do her any good to, well, screw over customers, I suppose. But just be careful with her.
You think she'd like me?
I imagine she would. I just
I'm
hope she
glad
doesn't want to
you're
hold on to you.
Well, maybe I'll get some therapy on the way. Alleviate it a bit.
But yes, if you're looking for answers, she may be able to divine some for you.
Is there anything that she likes or that she wants in return for things?
Souls, soul coins, blood. Those are her usual.
Blood?
That's usually what she trades in.
Fucking blood.
Yes, she makes her potions of blood.
What kind of blood?
Ugh.
Mortal blood.
Okay.
We get lost of that.
Yeah, we got some of that. If you just continually cure wounds, me jelly,
It's just don't go offering that too freely now.
will it fuck us up if we give her blood?
No, it won't be. Just she might take you for all you're worth.
Yeah, play it cool.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Do be careful in her lair as well. All those spirits and things trapped there. It's might not be a pleasant place for yourselves to be.
Us in particular, or just for anyone?
Well, probably be pleasant for myself to visit, but for most beings it would not be a pleasant place to visit.
Okay.
Noted.
Not pleasant if you ain't a night hag. Okay.
How goes your adventures anyway? Nim's filled me in a bit. You've been speaking to some rather interesting individuals down here.
You sure have. I got a homunculus somewhere. I lost track of him.
He's just like sat in the garage on his own.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Oh.
you can project yourself to see what he sees. So
Yeah, I project myself. Where is he? What's he done?
he's sat in the garage, just on your bedroll, just
slag the homunculus. Okay, well, he's chilling out. I'm going to tell him to come to me. He'll be here in a while.
He slowly begins to plod along with a speed of 15.
Oh, yeah.
I do hope that you'll find what you're looking for, girls.
Thanks, Maggie.
And you'll be a bit safer as well with the work Nim has done, and hopefully the teleport will help a little bit. Might help you get out of some tricky situations.
Which there will be many.
It is Avernus.
That's right.
Yes.
No doubt.
But, of course, if you come across any more of those warlords, just bring those heads back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
It'll be quite a journey to the bone brambles from here. Just keep your wits about you.
Maggie, if we were to take the spy off your hands, do you have any
Yes.
suggestions as to how to, keep him under control? Like, yeah, I saw your, trains.
Yes, I can give you a set of those so he can't get up to his spell casting if you're taking him somewhere.
Maybe an idea.
Yes, I can fetch them for you. If I might be so curious, where do you plan to take him?
The sticks.
If that's where you would like to see him, I will not object.
Actually, not sure yet. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the sticks, to be honest.
And what about you, my dear Amity?
I don't know. I just found out he existed like last night.
I suppose you have a lot to deal with.
You could say that.
And yes, I suppose pass on my regards to Ruth if you see her. It's worth keeping up pleasantries, I suppose.
Of course. Hey, Jelly. Is there anything else we need to do?
Anything else here, really? No.
You want to see Nim?
Yeah, I'll go try find her.
Just one moment, dear. And then she kind of finishes speaking on something that she holds up this kind of metal device. That's to do a trick. Hand this to him when you see her, will you? It's your teleporter. Remember the last part needed for the teleporter.
Will do. And I will head on out and find them.
Okay, what are you doing, Amity, as this is happening?
She's gonna just chill out with Maggie for a bit.
Okay, you plonk yourself down in one of the beanbags, and as Jelly makes her way out, you hear as your homunculus plods into the room.
I love it. Actually, I want to go into the yard with my homunculus.
You want to go what?
Into the big yard?
The scrapyard.
Yeah, the big scrapyard.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you go into the scrapyard.
Yeah.
For some reason, when you were saying that, I was picturing like a green grassy yard. I was like, there's no like green grassy
garden,
yard.
Gavin.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
gonna
no garden here.
So,
You what?
guys, I'm gonna nip to the toilet. Do you guys want to do the yard bit whilst I'm away, or?
Yeah, it's gonna be a very short thing.
We'll keep it going then. BR.
You have to clip it out.
Okay.
Amity would like to try and cast a new spell and start practicing.
Okay, what spell are you? Do you want to just like? Do you have anything in mind, or do you want us to
I
see what
do,
happens?
but I can't remember what it was called. It was like manipulate gravity or something.
Oh shit, that sounds pretty crazy.
Like it would suck people up into a little.
Is it in the Wildmount guide, which I do not have
It
in
is
this room right now?
gravity sinkhole.
Gravity sinkhole. Okay, what level spell is that?
4th.
Gravity sinkhole. Oh damn. Wow. 5d10 force damage. Okay. Yeah, so you head out and make your wild magic surge roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
Or you manage to keep control of things. And then make a charisma check because that is your spell casting ability.
That is
20. So you have experimented with gravity magic before. You have used sapping sting. You've used you have used pulse wave. You are familiar with kind of using your wild magic to distort gravity in various ways, and you envision this kind of spell where you can put a great surge into one spot, and you start kind of manipulating the gravity. You can see like the sand and stuff around you kind of reacting as you're manipulating gravity as you go here, tweaking it here and there. You don't have the spell complete by any means, but you feel you've got a kind of decent foundation to work on here.
like sucking up bits of scrap metal into the air. Like...
Yeah. A wee red cat goes, ah!
Oh god, yeah, they're all in their homes. Oops.
Yeah, so you manage to do that, and as that happens, Jelly, you make your way over to Nim. Oh, there you are.
This.
Oh, good.
I will phone them back.
Oh, good. I was wondering when that'd be ready. And she kind of lifts up a part of the back and sticks it in and starts making adjustments. Yeah, should be ready to go anytime now, actually.
Yeah, probably gonna head out soon.
Think it'll be long before you're back?
Hopefully not. We do have a few things to go though. We're still kind of just trying to find someone who knows more about what we kind of need. More information.
Yeah. Well, you know where to find me. I'll be here.
Sure.
And you bring that thing back here, I'll be happy to make any repairs.
Are you glad to be home?
Yeah, it was good.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Is
Oh, 26.
Oh, that's a whisper and a half.
Yo. Yo.
Yo.
Sorry, I keep making typos here.
Would you guys mind if we called it soon, just so that I can
Yeah, it's
take that?
7 o'clock now, so yeah.
Also, I'm starving. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty hungry myself, actually, yeah.
I'm a hungry, hungry hippo. What a fish.
What is it?
There we go. You have much luck with your gods?
No. I'll need to come to a decision at some point, though, soon. I think I'll need to. There's one question in particular that's kind of holding me back, so I think I'll need to have that answered.
What question is that?
If I pick one, will it lead to my death?
That's a big question.
That's the stakes we're talking about.
Yeah, well, just from my own point of view, don't really want to see you dead.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Ruins.
Make an insight check.
She's playing a long fucking game.
You feel like she might honestly want you alive.
Ooh.
Likewise. I'll try my best.
You know, just don't die out there. Come back and visit.
Yeah, definitely will.
Hey, I probably have more goodies for you next time as well. Which again knocks on the teleport at the back of the tormentor.
I'll definitely be back. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Take care of that, Jerry.
I'm just gonna smile and head off back to Amity.
Hey, you going soon?
I can spare some time.
Just finished up here. Probably got some time too.
Your place?
And she leads you back to her place.
Yeah!
Yay!
Get it on.
Roll your saves.
As that is happening, Amity,
Hello.
as you you have a very good time, Jill.
Damn.
As you are finishing up your spell practice, you feel somebody try to contact you. Mahadi is trying to contact you.
The fuck does he want?
I'll let him in.
He has cast his sending spell, so you can reply.
Okay.
I haven't counted the words, but just roll with it.
That's fine.
If you and your short friend are still in the market for that painting, bring Feyanar back to me, unharmed, and you can have it.
Who the fuck that?
Who's that?
You've heard that name before.
Feyanar.
Is that one of the people?
It's from the Warlords.
Back to him.
We see her along the way.
Feyanar is the necromancer.
Yeah.
Golden Doom. Human.
Golden Doom.
Mm. I will respond to him. We'll see what we can do. And there we go.
Okay, he does not reply after that.
That's fair. It's a third level spell. Don't waste those. It's like level 20, dude.
Yeah, he's only got 15 of those a day. So.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people on message, you know. Is he? Damn.
So, Jelly and Nim have a nice time. Real good time. And do you guys want to leave it there? Is there anything else you guys would like to wrap up just now?
Before I left, I kind of wanted to cast a wee divination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sorry, burn some more And
25 golds worth of incense gone again.
Uh-oh. I mark that off.
getting thin. But it's a biggie.
Make a wisdom check.
Ah.
You use the incense and lose the spell slot, but you are unable to make a connection.
Fuck it, we're not doing it. That's so annoying. Okay. I do not try again.
You're trying again?
No, I don't. Fuck that.
Ah,
Okay.
No chance. No chance.
no.
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 So you guys have just reconvened. Jelly's attempted to use divination and has hit.
I'm spent. Nothing else.
I guess we'll go speak to Kairos in a bit.
Yeah.
So shall we leave things off there?
Yes.
Oh, Jelly!
My question.